Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Serena, owner and creator of Carter Custom, and today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of our weekly content planner. To get started, I always go up to File and I make a new copy, so I have a blank one to refer back to in case anything happens to the one that I'm making edits to. When you first open up your download, you're going to see the instructions page. I've included detailed instructions here that you can look through for reference. I've also hyperlinked the titles to their corresponding page, so if you would like to apply what you're learning right away, then you will be able to hop right to those pages. I've also included my contact information if you have any questions or you would like to follow up. And we're going to go ahead and get started on our setup page. So along the bottom, you're going to see all of these tabs. These are all of our different pages, and you can use your scroll wheel to scroll through them, or you can use these arrows that are over on the right. Inside of the setup page, it is quite simple. You will go ahead and get started by choosing your date. So you can enter the year, your month from the drop-down menu, and choose whether you want your calendars to start on Sunday or Monday. Under platform, you will enter any of your social media platforms that you would like to plan for. You can also enter the type of content. So for YouTube videos, usually you will have YouTube Shorts, you will have videos. For Instagram, there are posts, there's stories, there's reels. TikTok, there's videos. You could also include lives, anything like that. You do not necessarily need to put that it's a Facebook post or an Instagram post. You could just choose post, and when you choose your titles here in your other pages, then these will be options below those. All of the information that you enter here is going to turn into your drop-downs in the rest of your template. Under workflow, this is where you create workflow inside of your week-to-week plans. So you can enter all of the different steps that you go through to create your content. So maybe for your YouTube videos, you like to do scripting, and then you will do your recording, and maybe you will do your voiceover. Maybe you will do any edits, you will do review, maybe you're having somebody else check on your work to maybe review that for you, and then obviously you will upload. So those are all the different types of workflows that you could enter here, and then you again will use that inside of your plan in dropdowns. For parameters, you can enter the different things that you are looking for with your different platforms. So for YouTube, you might be looking for your watch time, your likes, your subscribers. For Instagram, you might be also wanting, your likes, your subscribers, all those sorts of things. Under Tools, this is where you will enter the names of any sorts of online resources or tools that you use to help with your content planning. So maybe you use vidIQ for YouTube, maybe you use InVideo for creating videos, maybe you use Allura or Sales Samurai or Etsy Hunt or something like that for an Etsy channel that you have, an Etsy shop that you have. Again, just enter those here. Even if they're not paid, it's still good to just enter them here. Then you'll want to enter your content pillars. So you can enter up to 10 different ones here. It's really good to have 5 to 6 different content pillars that you cycle through with your content. So you can enter them here and add those to your weekly plans as well. Filler words, this is for your long tail keyword creator. So if you like to use long tail keywords for your titles or your headers, these are filler words that you will use in between. And these are just random words. You can keep the ones, use the ones that I have here, or use your own. Also, while you are making your long tail keyword titles, you can also just come back and just add any new ones here or take any away, and they'll automatically be updated. Next, we're going to go into our hashtags. So this, inside the hashtags, hashtag groups, keywords, and keyword groups, is we're going to have to do quite a bit of work here, but it will all be worth it. You only need to do it one time. So I have a lot of duplicates here just because I filled this out just as reference to show you guys, but you can enter any hashtags here and then you'll enter their size. I did not enter any of the sizes here, but you can enter those numbers here. When you enter the number here, it helps them to automatically sort based on your largest hashtags first inside of your drop-down menus when you're planning your hashtag groups. So you have space for up to 500 different hashtags here. And then inside of your hashtag groups, you will be able to name your hashtag group. So this is important. You don't want to skip naming it because you need these names for reference for adding these different groups to your content inside of your weekly content. So you can go ahead and you can scroll through. If you have any duplicates that you've entered on this page, they will not duplicate underneath here. So if you entered TikTok 10 times, you'll only see it one time here. You can go ahead and create up to 20 different hashtag groups. Under here, if you do make a duplicate, you will see that they actually both highlight in red, and this makes it so that you're not accidentally entering the same hashtag inside of your hashtag group twice. Once you have created all of your different hashtag groups with names, you will also be able to see them over to the side. You will see the hashtag group name, as well as all of the hashtags inside of that group already separated with hashtags. If you like, you can copy and paste them right from here, copy it and then go and paste it into your content. You will also see them separated by spaces as well as separated by commas. This is just for reference and for you to see. Now there's also a page for keywords. This acts exactly as the hashtag page. You can enter all different sorts of keywords. The only main difference here is that when you're entering hashtags, you do not want spaces in between your words, whereas with keywords, it is okay to have the spaces in between because usually keywords are just search terms and most people will enter those spaces. Again, I have just copied and pasted from the hashtags just for reference so that you can see what it looks like filled up, but I do not have these set up as exact keywords. And then for keyword groups, again, you can go ahead and plan up to 20 keyword groups. You will again want to make sure that you are naming your keyword groups so that you can find them when you're making your content plan. And if you have any duplicates inside of here, they will also highlight in red so that you're not accidentally doing anything twice. And then over to the right, you will see that it does separate your keywords into hashtag groups, spaced groups, or comma groups. This is again just for a visual reference. If you like, you can copy your keyword groups right directly from here, pressing Command-C or Control-C. Next, this is your content calendar. So your calendar will show you your entire overview of the month and any planned content that you have for that month. It includes what platform, the type of content, as well as your time, and it populates underneath the correct dates. Along the side, you can also enter any other important dates or events that you would like to remember, and enter the day number along the side and it will automatically populate. As you can see, Film with Jess is up here and it automatically populated onto the 10th. You can also include any goals that you'd like to reach for that month and you can check them off as you meet those goals. So we're going to get started planning inside of our week 1. At the top left of the page, you will see these hyperlinks. So this is going to take you directly to the different posts. So anything under this first column is for your day 1. So it has a 1 in it, and so it'll be post 2, day 1, post 3, day 1, post 4, day 1, and post 5, day 1, because there is space for up to 5 posts per day every single day. So this we plan on a week-to-week basis. I've included up to 5 weeks, and then you will just duplicate this entire template for your next month, or you can clear the template and start over. When you click on one of these hyperlinks, it will automatically take you to that post as well as highlight the entire post for you so that you can see exactly which post you're working with. Now, based on the date that you choose, you will see your month populates at the top. This day will change, but your calendar will always start on the 1st, and this way you don't have any negative space on your first page. The only page that will have negative space will be your 5th week. It will roll over into your next month, and you can just disregard any posts for that month and only work within the current month that you're on. So to get started, I will walk you through how to plan a post. You'll see up here it says complete. This is based off of your workflow below. So this is, if you're up at the top, you can see if your post has already been posted or if it's still in the process. Then below that, you will choose, based off of the platforms you entered in your setup page, what platform you would like to post on and the type of content. Again, this is based off of the information you entered in your setup. Then you will choose the time and whether it's AM or PM. Here you can enter a title or a hook, and then you can insert an image. This is just a reference image. You can go up to Insert, Image, Image in Cell, and then you can go through your files and choose the image that you would like to put here, and then this gives you a nice visual of your post. Right below your image, you will choose your content pillar. So this is just your reminder of what your content is about, and this is up at the top so that if you're doing any planning or ideas inside, you will be reminded that this is educational. And then here under ideas, you will enter any ideas you have for your piece of content. Below that, you will enter your caption, and then this is where we will use our different hashtag groups. So down below, you can see that this says captions and hashtags. So this is going to take your caption and it is actually going to add it together with your hashtag. However, if you choose keywords, this is going to change from captions to captions and from captions and hashtags to captions and keywords. So this is just based off of what you choose here. So then under our hashtag groups, we will be able to find the name of the hashtag group that we would like to use, and then we will want to choose whether we want to see it as hashtag separated, spaces separated, or commas separated, and it will automatically update below for you. So now below this, we're going to plan our workflow, and again, these drop downs are based off of what we enter in our setup page below workflow. And as you're completing your different tasks, you will check them off. And you will see down here that if you have not yet started, it will say not started, and it will also tell you that it is not started up at the top. As you begin to check off your work process, you will see that you have a progress bar that increases, and it will then tell you that you are in the process. And when you have reached 100%, it will also tell you that you have completed that, and again, that will update up at the top. And then you can create your workflow across your entire week and be able to see your progress. So again, here I've already explained this, but this will show you your caption. So anything that you wrote up in your caption section, and then it will also include your keywords or your hashtags separated by the same value that you chose here, whether you wanted it comma separated or hashtag separated. You can include a call to action, and then when you've posted, you can include a link to your post here for reference, or if you'd like, you can pre-include just a link to, say, your Instagram or your YouTube or wherever you're planning on posting to, so that you can easily open that up here and then be able to add your pieces of content. So below that, we have our post number 2, and we have that for our entire week, and you can also hop back up to the top right from here, and you can also choose to jump to the bottom of the page from right here. So there's hyperlinks all throughout just to save you time scrolling through. Alright, so week 2, week 3, 4, and 5 are all exactly the same as week 1, and this allows you to be able to plan ahead for your entire month. But again, you can only work in just the one week at a time if you would like. I've included an accounts info section, so you can choose the different platforms that you're working on. Maybe you have multiple different YouTube channels. You can just enter YouTube multiple different times, include your handle. You can include your password if you'd like. This is optional. You can also choose to be able to see an overview of certain parameters. So maybe we want to keep track of our watch time, and then we can enter our watch time here, and then we will enter the date by double-clicking and choosing a date. And then at the end of our week or our month, whatever space of time that you would like to choose, you can re-enter your total here, And let's just say we had 1,000 hours of watch time on March 8th, and then maybe we had 4,000 hours of watch time on March 22nd. So in 2 weeks, we will see that we had 3,000 hours of watch time growth. And we can change this to subscribers, you can change it to whatever you like, and this is based off of the parameters that you enter on your setup page. You can also include a link to your social profiles here. Then we have a tools section. So this again is based off of your setup page. So you can enter the different type of tool that you use. You can enter the platform that you use it for. You can enter the date in which that payment or subscription renews. And then you can enter the amount. So if it's a paid subscription, then you can, here, let's just do in here. If it's a paid subscription, then you can enter the price here. So let's say we pay $27.99 for vidIQ, and you can also choose your frequency here. Then when we hop over into our content calendar, we will see that vidIQ popped up in our content calendar and it's highlighted in red. So anything that is a subscription will be highlighted in red so that when you're looking at your monthly overview of your calendar quickly, you will be able to see that on this day you have a subscription renewing, and you can just check on your accounts to make sure that that happens and that there's the funds there for that. We'll take a look at the Longtail keyword generator. So from the keywords that you entered in your keywords section, they have all been populated into lists, and your filler words from your setup page will be here. So long-tail keywords are pretty much just strings of keywords into sentences to make it more relevant for your searches. And we can go ahead and get started here. Let's just put together some random ones. So maybe we are going to say Etsy shop for small business, and you can choose whether or not you want to put a filler word. You can completely skip over that. Online, social media, content creator, and as you can see, it is forming a long tail sentence here for you by Boss Babe. And so now you have a sentence, and you can Command C or Control C, you can copy this and you can use this as a title. You can also take this into your content planner and you can go back up here to your title or your hook and you can paste this in here. My suggestion for when you are pasting in anything that is larger than one cell would be to click on that cell section and actually paste it up in your formula bar. And the reason for this is if you were to post it inside of here, you are going to get an error as it is trying to separate your cells for you. So to avoid that error, it is best practice to just make sure that we are pasting things inside of our formula bar as opposed to inside of our individual cells. And lastly, I will show you the word group separator. I have included instructions up here at the top for how to do that, but ultimately, again, you'll want to post any groups of words up into the formula bar as opposed to into the individual cell, as you're going to get an error because it will be trying to change the format of that cell. After I enter it up here, you can follow these directions for being able to split them up. So obviously these are already split up, but maybe you saved a group of keywords or hashtags from somewhere else and you want to separate them in here. There is a max for up to 13 different words, so try to be mindful of that because if you go over, again, you'll see an error. So we will go up here to data and we will go down to split text to columns. You will see this little pop-up and you can actually choose whether you want to split it by spaces. So splitting it by spaces will actually have it go over 13 individual words here. So we're just going to cancel that. But ultimately you kind of get the gist of it and see how it works. So again, we enter a group of words, go up to data, split text to columns, and you can choose to separate by periods, semicolons, commas, etc. or it will detect automatically for you. And then you can take these then individual words and you can add those to your keyword groups. or your keyword section or your hashtag sections as individual words, hashtags, or keywords. Thanks for checking out this tutorial. Whether you are a seasoned social media manager or a complete beginner or anywhere in between, I hope that this was able to really help you to set a solid plan and save you a ton of time. Please consider watching one of my other videos, liking, and subscribing to my channel. I've also included a discount code for my Etsy store inside of the description below. Thanks for watching.